Hi, my name is Mackenzie Quick, and today I will be talking about why I'll be comparing and contrasting ADV Counseling Services Notice of Privacy Practices with the New Jersey Rules and Regulations, as well as the ACA Code of Ethics. So today I just want to start off with ADV Counseling Services. They start off with the health records and assuring that they're HIPAA compliant, as well as they have protective health information, and that how they use or disclose your health information in different forms, like for treatment purposes, for payment purposes, for emergencies, law enforcement, deceased persons, organ donations, specialized government agencies as required by law. And then she also addresses at the end appointment reminders and miscellaneous others, which it just says that we respect your treatment alternatives and or health-related information that may be in best interest of you as the client. And then from there, she progresses into the confidentiality and services, which is compliant with New Jersey state rules and regulations, and just addressing the confidentiality and the services that we provide in the community. Modifications of privacy notice. So in the privacy notice, she addresses that if any changes were to happen within the practice or new information comes abroad, that she would notify in or at the location or at the agency, as well as she would send out a paper form to clients informing them of the changes. And then she also notifies in this area, as the New Jersey state rules and regulation imply, about HIPAA compliance and the privacy practice acknowledgement of receipt. And then from there, she goes into the right or your rights and our commitment to you. So she lists everything from we will provide you the utmost care in the most time efficient fashion, that we will treat you with respect and professionalism, definitely emphasis on that professionalism. Also, you have the right to receive an assessment to determine your child or family needs for service. Definitely people who have the credentials for that are able to implement that. And then she says services are justified through comprehensive, person-centered, service-related assessments, monthly service plans, and session progress notes. So she addresses what the agency encompasses, like everything that would be entailed in the service that they are providing. And then from there, she goes into your health information rights, obviously saying that they have the right to inspect and a copy of their health records. They have the right to request a restriction on certain uses and disclosures of your information, and then saying how ADV counseling is not obligated to agree with the requested restriction. And then she kind of elaborates more on your health rights in that aspect. And then it's mostly bullet points that she addresses major issues that have to do with the New Jersey rules and regulations, like the financial arrangements with the clients. She addresses she addresses the termination of services, and then all other issues that are implemented within the New Jersey state rules and regulation, as well as with the ACA Code of Ethics. When looking at this, she does touch on counseling relationship. The confidentiality and privacy, I think, are the main ones that she addresses in hers. Professional responsibility. Like I said, she did it more in bullet points, I feel like, than whole paragraphs in these areas. And maybe whole paragraphs would be better and more elaborate for the person receiving the treatment. As well as she addresses the evaluation assessment. And then the only area that I noticed that wasn't too distinct was about with the ACA Code of Ethics. It talks about technology and social media. And I mean, she addresses us notifying them. However, especially nowadays with social media having a big impact on things occurring, I believe that this is something that should have been mentioned, And one of the studies I found by Cerquez et al. In 2018, this was like an analysis over years, over studies they've conducted, and it was quantitative and qualitative. And what they did is they went through like from 1990 on, actually earlier, from 1986 on, and looking at different ways of how if services were ethical that were being provided, counseling services were ethical, and the way they were provided. And it said from 1990 through from 1997 that this is when they believed they were consistently low. It says ethics and psychology were consistently low. And then they said they assumed it would increase from there, which it did. Over time, there were different cases that prompt changes in ethics, especially, they said, nowadays with technology. This is one that is being addressed more so than anything. And it'd be interesting to see from here where changes are going to be made with social media, making sure that we do keep that client and counselor separated. Like, we're there for the professionalism to perform these services for that client, and not being friends with them on social media or anything like that. Yes, thank you guys, and hope you enjoy the rest of your week.